Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Failing YouTuber Marvin. I have a different type of video for you guys today. So I'm going to be reviewing a game called CastleStorm, which if you guys play PlayStation or PC or just don't know about it, every single month Microsoft releases a new game, and well, they make it free basically. You know, it's been a game that's usually been out for a good while, and it's usually not that expensive, and you know, they just want people to be able to play it for free, and it's kind of an incentive to buy an Xbox Live Gold membership. And I don't know, somebody's told me at some point, I think that they make it the 11th of every month that they release a new one and, you know, cycle from the old one to the new one, but I think it's just at the first of the month. Maybe they changed it, or that person wasn't telling the truth. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, my friend just suggested this to me, and it's fresh in the month. I figured this would be a good time to make the video. And, you know, it's free, so anyone can get it, but it takes some time to download, a little bit, not too much. Figured it'd be a good idea to do a review on it, just because anybody that plays Xbox can get it. I'm not sure if this works for Xbox One. Don't quote me on that, but I think it does. I've heard people say it does. Anyway, my friend suggested to me to get this, and I figured I'd try it out, and I ended up liking it to some extent. I mean, I didn't think it was insanely good, but I figured I'd bring you guys a review of it. So there's 5 factors going into this review. 10 points per factor, which is going to be a 50-point total, which is how I'm going to rate the game, and in general, we're just going to say 25 out of 50, you know, if it's above that, it's a good review, for the most part, but, you know, 50 out of 50, the game is perfect. 0 out of 50, it stinks more than the garbage man that goes and picks up your trash that hasn't showered or changed his clothes in a month. Anyway, number 1 is going to be the fun factor. So, it's an arcade game. It's overall actually pretty fun and fast-paced in general. It's pretty enjoyable, I would say. It doesn't really compete with a game like Black Ops 2 or anything. I do have to say, though, due to the lag, I enjoy it more than Black Ops 3, which is pathetic, considering this game's free and Black Ops 3 is $50, but you know, I think I've ranted about that enough in my videos. Actually, maybe I haven't. Maybe I need to go into more detail about it. I don't know. You guys let me know. But there's actually a couple other different game modes besides campaign, which are pretty mediocre, which we'll talk about a little later. I'd say overall it's pretty fun. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Number 2 is going to be replay value. So I've played about an hour of it, and I have 5 missions complete out of the campaign. It says I have 14% of the game complete, I believe. So it's obviously a pretty long campaign. You know, it's going to take a good few hours to complete it, at very least about 5, 6, 7, I don't know, depending on how fast you go and what difficulty you play on. I didn't personally play co-op mode because I just didn't have anybody to play with, but my friend said he played it and that he thought it wasn't very fun, actually. So that game mode wasn't all that great, so that you can't really replay that. And there's actually no multiplayer in it. There's another game mode called Survival, which I'll talk about a little later. I didn't think that was very fun either, and I didn't think that was great either. I'm just gonna give it a 5 out of 10 because it's, for the most part, it's just the campaign, and that's not too great for replay value. Once you complete the campaign, it's not too much fun going back through it. Number 3 is going to be the challenge. So it basically means a perfect balance, a contrast of being not too easy and not too hard, just basically perfect. The campaign had 3 difficulties to choose from. I think it was pretty much just easy, medium, or hard. I don't know if they had special names for them or anything, but that's basically what it was, you know? And I played on medium, and the challenge seemed pretty good. It wasn't, like, too easy or too hard. It just seemed to be pretty much perfect, which is how medium difficulty should play. The first levels were a little bit on the easy side. The later levels were a little bit too hard, to be honest, so it wasn't perfect, obviously. You can't really expect perfection all the time, but it was... One of those missions actually kind of got me. It was a little bit too hard, and guys, you know I'm skilled. I'm not, like, bad at really any kind of game. It just was a little on the hard side. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Number 4 is going to be graphics. So, it's not as bad as Black Ops 3, which is pathetic because the game's cheap. Black Ops 3 graphics is worse than this, but it's still not too great graphics. The main character, his hands kind of look like a poorly designed hot mitt. It looked bad, and then I'm not saying it's bad because it's like children's type animation, because, you know, Borderlands was actually pretty good animation for the most part. You know, I actually really liked the animation in that game. This game, they didn't spend too much time on. I think I spend more time on a thumbnail than the GFX guys probably spent working on designing this game. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Number 5, features. The campaign, you pretty much defend a castle with like a bow. It's actually ironically called a ballista, and it's like a medieval bow type thing, like a large bow machine sitting on the castle, and you have 4 different types of projectiles you can shoot at it. A javelin, which is basically like a large arrow. You have a triple javelin burst, which just shoots 3 at a time, but takes longer to recharge. An apple, which it looked like an apple thing. I don't know if it's supposed to be a cherry bomb or what. It looked like an apple, big bomb thing. You can kind of detonate it at any time while it's midair, and that took even longer to recharge. And then the thing that took the most time to recharge was a spike ball, and that thing would just kind of bounce until it hit someone, even if you miss, which is just cool. Very good variation, to be honest, and I think it was pretty fun. Although I think that the single javelin shot actually should have just killed in one shot. It would take 2 oftentimes, which kind of bugged me. So the game would actually also let you spawn in AI teammates, 3 different types. I'm not entirely sure what the difference was. I would just always try to pick the best type, though, just because, you know, it costs the most. And then you would actually be allowed to go into the mode of your character where you spawn him in, you teleport him onto the map basically, and he fights with a sword, or you can pull up a bow and arrow and just fight like close range, which is a lot of fun, actually. Probably the most fun in the game, I personally think. However, there weren't all that many game modes. So there was the campaign, which, like I said, is pretty fun. But then survival, I was expecting to be just running around in the most fun game type with a, you know, like the sword. The guy has a sword and the bow and arrow. He's just running around slaying people. And no, you're just sitting in the castle trying to shoot arrows out of it to try to defend it. You can't even spawn into that mode. I didn't find that very fun. My friend, like I said, I didn't have anybody to play co-op with, but my friend said that co-op wasn't very good, so I'm just going to take his word for it and say it probably wasn't very good and give that a 6 out of 10. So the final rating is going to be 30 out of 10, which doesn't sound that great, but in the end, it's a game you're getting for free. I believe, I looked it up on GameStop, and for the PlayStation, it's $10. Apparently, you can buy it for PS3 or PS4, and there's an Xbox One download for $15. So, $15 game for free. Not too bad. The download, I think it took me like 2 minutes, guys. It's really not that bad, which I would recommend sitting on the dashboard rather than playing a game when you download it, because it works faster. But 30 out of 50, that's a positive rating overall. It's better than 25. The pros outweigh the cons. I'd say if you're getting bored with like Call of Duty, you know, you want something different to play for a bit, even if you don't play for a very long time, you know, the replay value isn't that great, it's fine. Honestly, if you want something else to play, go for it, guys. Anyway, guys, if you guys want me to continue this series and make it like a monthly series, because, you know, the free game is each month they change it, you know, smash a like on this video, just mess up the like button, and if I get good support on this video, I'll be sure to do another one. Just let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought of this different type of video. This has been Failing YouTuber Marvin, guys. Follow me on Twitter, the link will be down in the description. Like the video if you guys enjoyed, subscribe for more. Never forget that I love you. Peace out, guys.